Hello guys, let's see if it's working. Hi. Anyone is here right now? Please use the chat. So I need you to find the chat actually, and once you give me some message, I understand that someone is here, at least. Hi, hello. Nice to see you here. So our today webinar is how to improve sales of smart home systems. So I prefer to have this webinar as a chat. So if you have more questions, I'm ready to answer. If you work already on this market, you can ask anything. If you don't work yet on this market, you can also wonder if it is interesting to work on this market or not, or what should you install and how you earn money on this market and so on. So I'm ready to answer on this one, and we are slowly starting. So this is our outline for today. We will have a small introduction with the industry landscape. After that, how do we see the market? Because every day is something new coming, and you can go crazy if you try to monitor all this. And then we go a little bit about sales strategies and how to make your sales better. We will have something like a checklist, are you doing this? Are you doing that? And then we will move to technical skills, and then a little bit about business essentials, and then we will have Q&A, and then we will have comprehensive training program presentation. So I actually would like to move this training program presentation to the main presentation. So it's not like a separate time after that, but during the presentation I will mention what is it about. So the training program is actually on this link, so you can go and see. And at the end of this webinar I will give you the promo code to have a special offer on this training. So if you would like to have a good special offer and lower price for this training, please wait until the end of this webinar. The webinar will be something between half an hour and 1 hour, so it will not be long. Okay? So a little bit about myself. I work in smart home now maybe something like 22 years. I was sales and technical director for distribution of I think already more than 8 international brands, and in different countries. So currently I am in Dubai, running also distribution and also consulting for different kinds of home automation and building automation projects. So we have 3 companies actually involved in this webinar, so I would like to present them a little bit. And the big training which we announce on this link is actually the thing which is done by all three. So one company is the founding one. It's called Run Automation. I am the general manager in there and co-founder. It is the representative of Larnitech brand, German Larnitech brand, in the market, in the GCC market, and also some others like Citron, Sunwitcher, Cool Automation, Nice, and Run. So Run is our own brand where we order different kinds of OEM equipment and sell it because it is nice to have the full line and not only part of it. Okay. And then another partner company is called Lavoro, and it is mostly about audio visual and AV installation. And this company is the distributor, so same distributor as Run Automation, but for different kinds. So more for media part and more for commercial part, and quite a lot for hi-fi and high-end part. So both of these companies will give you a dealership and a good installer price if you finish the big training, which starts in June. And also a training company, which is called Run Consulting. And it works on installer training, like the free one we are having right now, but the bigger one starts June 17. And project design and lead. So for example, if you want the project leader in your bigger project, we can find you the project leader in there. We also help and support with equipment programming, sales and marketing, and business development. And now let's move forward to the landscape, how we see it. So here are some of the brands which we interact with almost every day. Some of them we represent, some of them are competitors. But if you are a good installer, you need to know all these brands. These brands are put here not by chance and not random, but all of them, they work especially on this part of the market. So customer installation, professional installation, or industrial automation. So for example, Honeywell you can find on industrial automation. You can find also in customer installation, but you can almost not find them in professional installation. And as for Larnitech, it is only professional installation, so it does not compete with Honeywell, for example, and so on. So these are like clean types. So type 1 is customer installation. I don't know, can you tell me, maybe you offer to some client the smart home and client says, okay, please install Amazon. Please install like Amazon socket, and then, I don't know, Amazon lamp. Or maybe Xiaomi. Please install me Xiaomi because I like this, or Akara. If this happened, this customer does not understand how this works, because this is what should be done by the customer themselves. And this part is what should be done by installer. So customer installation brands, they are all wireless. They can all be bought in the shop and on, I don't know, Amazon or AliExpress. So installer should not be there. And industrial automation is different kind. So industrial automation you cannot find in the shop. You can only get it if you are appointed, approved, certified company. And you can make very complex projects on industrial one. And on customer one, you can make only very simple projects. Okay, so these are complex and these are simple. So professional installation is something in between, but it also adds flexibility. So for example, if you use industrial automation and you use, let's say, Beckhoff, the one which you see on the screen right now. And client says, okay, like 5 months passed, please change this room to this room and this button to this button. And it will be very hard because industrial automation is not flexible at all. You will not be able to change it. You will be able, but it will take like a lot of time. So industrial automation is not very good for home, for smart home, for home automation. And if you are installer, you should use only this type of equipment. Let's move forward. Is smart home now a perspective market? So if you look at this one, you will see that 2023, it is $93 billion worldwide market. So 2024, probably around $110 billion. And this amount is the size of global entertainment market. Movies and music is the same size as smart home right now. So if someone says, okay, after a few years, clients will understand. Now already this time has come. So now this market is bigger than entertainment market. And it grows 20% a year. So this is the number. This one goes from Fortune Business Insights. And 20% a year, what does it mean? It means that if your company does not grow, if you just same as others, so you start working a little bit, and let's say you earn 10,000 per month. 10,000, I don't know, dirhams. Okay? And then next year it will be 12, next year it will be 14, and so on. And after 10 years it will become 61, almost 62,000. So your company does not grow, but market grows for you. That's why smart home market is one of the most perspective markets right now. So it's very right thing that you are here today. Okay? Also, some companies think that there are some established types of systems on the market, like for example, security system. And smart home is not established. Smart home is something like maybe future. But this is also wrong. If you compare search for security system and search for smart home, somewhere in maybe 2016, smart home outgrown the security systems. So now smart home is more searched thing than security systems. I think that smart home includes security systems now, even. Okay, now let's move to sales strategies. So let's say you are already working a little bit on this market, but you are struggling to get more clients. Let me show you first the list of things you will need to learn in the main bigger course if you go. So here's the list. So sales and marketing is module 5 and 6. So it's week 5 and week 6 of our big training in June and July. So it starts from self-representation, and then it goes to types of marketing for installation companies. And then it goes to examples of marketing, different types, and then sales process. I don't know if anybody knows how many steps are there in typical sales process. If you know, please write in chat. Sales process, how many steps do you know? Okay, so then sales scripts, different kinds of special sales scripts for smart home, and then what kind of wow factors we use now, how showroom should be built, and what types of projects and types of clients we know. And then we have this why, how, what approach, so you can offer different kinds of products to your clients. Okay, so let's move now to sales process. First part of sales process is called client hunt. This is pretty much the same as marketing, different types of marketing for the hunt on a client. So you're hunting, and then some clients know about you, and then you move to qualification. Qualification is very important part. So you have, let's say, different kinds of requests from different kinds of people, and then you qualify them. If these clients are yours, then they are qualified. So you talk to them to understand if these clients are yours. If you get all clients and try to move forward with every client, then your business model will stuck. Because one client comes to you like with a question how to install one thermostat. Another client comes to you with a huge villa. Okay? They will take on the qualification part the same time. But you need to decide whether you go fast projects or you go for long projects with bigger money. Okay? So after your qualification, you understand these clients are mine, and these clients I don't waste time with because they are not like inside my business. And then you start talking to them, understanding or developing the demand. Understanding the demand is when you talk to a client and client says, okay, I need like these lights here and these lights here, and these lights should be dimming, something like this. So here you understand the demand. You move to the technical task and it works. But for smart home, you need another thing. You don't need to understand what client wants. You need to develop the demand. Develop the demand means that client comes to you usually for lights, for AC, for media, for security, for other things. But you need to explain to the client that modern approach is smart home. Okay? So this is very important that you develop it and you do not wait until the client asks you about it. Okay? I wish more people understood that. So I hope you understand that. Okay, so you develop the demand and you explain that smart home is needed if you want any level of modern home. And then we have objection handling. So client objects. Client says, okay, this good thing, but costs too much. Or this is nice thing, but my grandmother is living with me. So I don't want anything like smart because it's hard to use. And other things. So we handle these objections. So we have like a special video about how to handle different types of objections, especially the one about it costs too much. And then we go to the deal. So if client has no objection, then we move forward to the deal. We sign the contract. And then we have another very important part called additional sale. Additional sale is the most sale actually for most of the companies for smart home. Why? Because smart home company has a very, very good place in client's heart. It means that, for example, client says, okay, you do the smart home, but I also need AC installation. For a good villa, AC can cost, I don't know, 3 times as much as smart home, if it's like a VRV AC. So the first company client goes to is smart home company. So if you want to take everything that you can from the villa, become a smart home company. Okay, so then you do the additional sale, but before that you need to see that we have here between 3 and 5 a gap, and this gap is filled with this part. presentations, demonstrations. So between the developed demand and objection handling, we go forward, backwards with presentations. And then we move to the deal. Okay, so this is actually the 7 stages sales process, which is the most effective for smart home sales. Okay. Now you can come back to this one after maybe one day. There will be like the record of this, and then after you make the sales process, you are going to see what kinds of clients are on each stage. And for this, you will use sales funnel. Anyone using sales funnel, please tell me. It is like very interesting for me to understand if anyone is using sales funnel and CRM. So sales funnel means that here on this stage you are client hunting. Client hunting are cold leads. So none of them know who you are and want anything from you yet. But there are a lot of them, and less of them are warm. You already talk to them and they already want something from you a little bit. Then hot lead means they almost ready. They just need something, like for example they need money, or they need to have like the house to go to correct stage, and then they become your client. And then there is another part which is not so famous as sales funnel. It's called sales skirt. Sales skirt means that some of the clients which you work with, they purchase once again because they like how you work, if you do your thing very well. So once they do it one time, it's okay. Once they become regular, it becomes much better, because some of the clients, they have like more projects and they finally go as a brand advocate for you. So most of them, if you work fine, if you work good and they like how you work, they become a brand advocate and they start recommending you to their friends. Okay, so this sales skirt at the end can give you the huge amount of sales without this sales funnel. So you will not need the marketing anymore. Okay, and then to see this, you will go to CRM. So this type of software which is used to understand like how many clients you have on each stage. So here, for example, proposal is made. Yes, how many clients? And once you have 100 clients in proposal made, then each month you will have like 5 or maybe 10 clients which is making a deal with you. But most of the companies, I'd say 90% of the companies, they don't use it. They try to use it. So once you find any of these CRMs like Pipedrive, Jira and Zoho, they all have free versions. So once you start using it, you become better than 90% of those companies. Okay, and then you will need the lead magnet, and the lead magnet is different for everyone. There are some rules how to make your own lead magnet. Lead magnet is the thing which attracts clients to you. So how would you like to attract the client? Usually the best way is to have the thing called emotionally captivating story. the best lead magnet is this. What you do usually, like let's say a client comes to engineering company, IT company, or someone. So client coming, asking like, for example, what this thing is, how this thing works. And they explain. They say, okay, this protocol, this wire, this cloud, this software. So they use like, technical language and no emotions in this. So client thinks about only money. If he is ready to buy, like, okay, he will buy like 5 cameras and go. But if you do emotionally captivating story, then you will develop demand. And this story will later attract people from Instagram, from TikTok, from other places to you. So example, client one day asked me, what is this thing and why do I need it? And he shows at electrical protection, circuit breakers and things like that. So I could answer about how they work. So for example, if there is a short circuit, then they will just cut the electricity and like it will stop, so no bad things happen. But what you can say is like these things, they are saving your children's life. And client starts listening, like how? Why? Because for example, when I was young, parents told me, do not put your fingers to the socket. So the first thing I did when they were away, I tried to put fingers in the socket because they said don't do it. It's what children are for. This is what they are. So these things, they save lives, and this is much more emotionally captivating story than how they work. Okay? And then try to have this symbiosis with some kind of a good designer company. Designer companies, they are like, there are fish which swim always with sharks, and they eat the same that shark eats, and they help the shark to be clean and like to make shark's life better, but shark gives them a little bit of their food. Okay, so this is a type of symbiosis which you could have with a bigger interior designer company, because there are a lot of interior designer companies with huge amount of clients, and they all need a good partner which will install the system which no one can see and which will be like accurate and high quality. So if you can do this, then with a great demand, interior designer will take you as their partner and will give you clients. And if you have some of them, you will have many clients. Okay, so we have like the separate part about the interior designer relationships. And then the design itself. So some of the clients, for example, here in GCC region, in Dubai or Abu Dhabi villas, for example, they are not used to have this kind of installations. So to have switches and thermostats in line. Most of clients, they just don't understand that this is possible. So last week I had a client which just bought the smart home system only because he saw this. So show them different kinds of designs, and this is what makes people buy from you. So these are like thermostat designs which we offer, and different kinds of finishes and different kinds of like special colors which are available. And this one is a demo case actually. So the demo case for types of designs, they are very good, because once you come and designer is there, client is there, you win the project with this demo case. Once you don't have demo case, you just come yourself explaining something, these stories, they do not work, People need to see, people need to touch. So demo case for designs of different kinds of control, smart panels is essential thing. And here are some small videos from my TikTok. This one is called Taiba, and it is compatible with our system. So it's like Nest, but you can dim the light, you can control the AC, you can control the music, and you can also control curtains and motors. So you can open like 60% of motor, and then your curtain is opened 60%. And also music, so this part is for music. Okay, so it is quite expensive, but clients, they buy it with a very good will. They want it because it's interesting design. Another one is, yes, this one is Faradite. They have different kinds of finishing, and they only smart. They support CanX and they support dry contacts. So this one is dry contact version. So we use it with Larnitech. It is cheaper, but works the same way and works quite fast. So to attach it to the lamp, you just press here, and it works. Okay. And then you should have showroom sales. So if you don't have showroom, I strongly advise you to have the showroom, because in the showroom you can make the ambience, the atmosphere, which is good for the client to make a decision. So once client comes to you, you will be able to show lights, you will be able to show different kinds of motors, motorization, and AC control and TV control and music, and also some security functions. And you will have the ambience in there of light working together with music, so client will be relaxed, same as in spa salon, you know. So then client is ready to buy once you have a good showroom. And then another type of sale is event sale. So what you can do is you can invite into your showroom, or maybe to separate place, some end users or clients, or maybe construction developers, or maybe also designers, and then show them everything and plan the system the way that they buy it and at the end. Okay, so you just have one event per month, for example, and then you have more sales. And then another option is visit sales. So many clients, I'm sure you know about this, many clients, they are not ready to come somewhere. They say, okay, come to my villa. And to have a better visit sales, we have the demo case. So here is a small video about demo case. Now I will run it.
Hello guys. So this is Larnitech installer demo case. It is mostly used in two ways. First, to bring on clients' visits when you want to show your competence and how system is working to your client. Second, to have practice with home automation inside your company. It includes Metaforcer 2 main controller, 6-in-1 sensor, media point with mini speakers, 4-inch touchscreen, 8 buttons switch with status LEDs, and DWIO controller. There is Wi-Fi access point inside the case and a nice power solution which enables it to have only one USB Type-C power delivery source, so you can use standard power supplies or even power banks. Let's start from first option, how we demonstrate to the client. Usually, presentation to client starts with showing iPad application on a floor plan screen, which is most easily to control user interface. We show light control from relays, on-off, then dimmers, then RGB, and then addressable RGB with color picker. Then we show same control from 4-inch panel and from buttons. Do not forget dimming and scenarios. Next, you can show blind motors control from buttons and screen. LED indicators will show direction in which motor is moving. After that, you go to climate control page and show how client can set up required temperature in the room. Then you can show how Larnitech works with sensors. There are many sensors including 4 temperature, 1 humidity, motion, light level and even CO2 detector. And some sensors you can emulate with switches, like door smoke or water leak.
Okay, so I think that's enough. That's not the full video, but that's pretty much enough about this one. This demo case works from the battery, so you can bring it to the visit sale and make it much better than before. Okay, and one last thing, so to finish this all sales part, I will have one advice. So we have a lot of advices on like a bigger training, but one of them is quite strong and I would like to put it in here. So one of the strongest thing when you work with a client is actually is quite stupid. It's like this. You should tell clients what to do. So clients come to you and usually you want to listen what they want and then to do what they want. But you should tell clients what to do. Start saying this phrase, let's do this. And tell them, like, we sign the contract now and then we do this after 1 month and then we do this after 2 months. You pay this amount and then you receive this. You pay this amount, then you receive this. So this is the magic phrase which you can use on every sale. And every time I use it, it works. You can try. So this is really magic phrase. Use it if you want to make your sales better. Let's move forward. Technical skills. You cannot go anywhere in Smarthome without technical skills. And we have 4 parts, 4 modules in a bigger training about technical skills. 4 modules means it is 4 weeks. Each week on Monday you receive videos and then until Friday you learning these videos and make your homework, and then next Monday you receive next videos. So module 1 is about main technologies. It will go about wired systems, wireless systems, what KNX is, how it works, Larnitech is, how it works, RTI, Fibaro, Zigbee, what is Matter, what is Z-Wave, why Tuya, HomeKit and Nest are very different, and other things. And then we go to technical solutions, like what technical solutions we use in lighting control. More information about DALI, for example, about what kinds of technologies we use for dimming, and many other things which are very important so you know them. And motors, like everyone is asking, like one of the most popular questions, how you connect motors to smart home. So we discussed this, and we have all these connection diagrams for different types of motors and so on. And then for climate control, how do we understand what kind of integration we use for mid-air split system or for Daikin VRV system and so on, how to do it. And then module 3, installer workflow, what kind of team should be used on every project, what happens before the start, and then each stage, like project design stage, wiring stage, smart distribution board mounting stage, commissioning stage, and service stage. And then module 4 is specifically about project design and documentation. Like what kind of documentation, what kind of software, examples of project designs, and we look at what they draw and where, what kind of schematics they use there, and so on. And then it is very important to understand what do we control. Because when clients come to you, they say, okay, we want smart home. But what is smart home? And smart home is actually lighting, AC control, motors, security, media, and home appliance together, controlled by different types of control elements. So each of them is available for you to demonstrate. For example, lighting control, you will be able to demonstrate different kinds of RGB light and color control. So this is the application, and this is the driver, which is dimming different kinds of lighting. And also animated or addressable strips. Different kinds of them should be used if you want to attract clients. We also support it. And then blinds and shades control. We have smaller devices for this, we have bigger devices for this. So to this one we can connect up to 9 motors. To this one we connect just 1 motor. And this is one of the versions of the software interface which you can use for it. And then AC control, and we have VRF, we have infrared, we have different kinds of other interfaces and FCU control and so on. So almost every type of air conditioner can be connected. So we have a separate part about how to do it. And then we have different kinds of security functions. And one type is when you monitor sensors 24/7, for example, fire sensor or water leakage sensor. Another type is when you put and arm the zone, and then to disarm the zone you need to enter the password. So all of these are supported. And then some media functions, and client wants, for example, to hear different kinds of sounds and voices when something has happened. For example, when the security system is armed, or when the gates are open, and things like that. And then we also support a lot of home appliance, so you will be able to run and turn on the vacuum cleaner, for example, if you want. Same goes to coffee machine and washing machine, and so on. And this is typical type of DB which we discuss, like how it is connected. So here I will not explain, but I have a small video with explanation. The left side. So the left side here on DB is security, electrical part, and this side is smart, and this side is connectors, and this side is power supplies down there. So here we have DALI and 0 10 volts dimmers, And this part is just on-off relays up to 16 amps. These are just normal 220 dimmers and RGB and LED drivers, curtain control. This part is fan coil and heating control. And these are inputs for the switches. And this is the main switch, the main controller, the main gateway. Okay, so bus connections, we study all this in the main bigger training, but you can go for a free training. By the way, for Larnitech there is a free training available. For example, about Metaforsa, about the controller which has a lot of inputs and outputs and software and cloud service included. And here is a small video about Metaforsa controller.
Welcome to our channel. This video is dedicated to Metaforsa 2 set. We will demonstrate its step-by-step installation and setup. Base Metaforsa 2 unit for mounting on a DIN rail, 3 motion sensors, 2 leakage sensors, 4 window or door position sensors, 4 temperature sensors, a power supply unit, and a short instruction which contains QR codes for connecting to the device. Metaforsa 2 module has the following: 10 relay outputs for connecting load such as lamps, blinds, valves to control heating and water supply, garage gates, locks and fan coils, 4 dimmable channels for connecting dimmable lights, 24 inputs for connecting buttons, switches, reed switches, motion sensors and leakage sensors, a port to connect temperature sensors with the possibility of connecting up to 8 sensors, CAN bus for connecting extra devices and sensors, and Ethernet port for connecting to the internet. Install the power supply unit and the Metaforsa 2 module in the electrical service panel. Connect the power supply, internet, buttons, sensors, and load. See the detailed instructions about how to connect various devices to the Metaforsa module by following the link in the upper right corner or in the description of this video. We recommend installing 2 circuit breakers, one for load and the other one for the Metaforsa 2 power supply. If you have extra modules to extend the system, install and connect them, having connected them with CAN bus. Place the terminators at the ends of the CAN bus. Important: elements such as blinds can be damaged if voltage is supplied to the opening and closing channels at the same time. Supplying power.
Okay, so this is the type of controller which you can use if you want to have quite a lot of functions, including app control, including voice control from Amazon, from Siri, from HomeKit, and from Google at the same time. And all this control you can extend to as many functions as you want, like hundreds of functions. Okay. And here is a little bit of real demonstration. So this one is from the real controller, connecting the sensors and inputs. So these devices usually use Cat6. This video is actually from one of the installers who just decided to make this small video of how he connects it first time for us. So this part is power incoming and another part is power going, and then after first connection it all works. You do not need to program, you do not need like any complex thing, it instantly works. From switch, from application, also dimming. So right part of the Metaforsa is dimming. And so on. So this is it for technical part. Now let's move a little bit for business essentials. And we have many things about business essentials, and it is important for any businessman or top manager in the company to understand the business model and the strategy. So these two things, like a mini MBA for smart home, we have in our training. So it goes about business strategy basics and then business models, how digital transformation works, because any offline business is now actually an IT business. So it works pretty much the same as software development. It uses smart approach, it uses many things which previously were used only in software development. But here two small things out of there. So first one is very important to have for any business, is called unique selling proposition. I'm not sure if you use it. If anyone is using it, please tell me. So unique selling proposition is something which fills these spaces for you. So fill these spaces. We do this for, let's start a little bit different. So for a client who bought a new villa, okay, or for a client who needs a renovation of his villa. Okay, so for a client who bought a villa and who needs a renovation, we offer a smart home solution, and unlike competitors, we understand how this works. Okay, so this will be your unique selling proposition, and it can be different. So it can be for a business center owner who needs a lighting controls or AC control solution for their building. We offer this and this solution, and unlike competitors, we understand how AC works and control works at the same time, and also make, I don't know, cable journal, which 99% companies here don't do. Okay, so once you have this unique selling proposition, you understand what you sell, to whom you sell, and why you are better than others. And this helps you and your business model. And then last but not least, installer value chain. So this is the chain when every next moment gives a little bit more value to the client, and client gives you a little bit more money. So we start from demo to the client, and this is sale demo, for example. And then we go to project design job. Okay, we make a project design for this project, and then we go to purchase of equipment, because client needs to buy the equipment through you. And then we go to mounting job when everything is ready, and then we go to commissioning job, and then we go to service job. So after everything is handed over to the client, we start the service. But on each stage we have something coming in the company, usually money, and something coming out of the company, using usually different kinds of documents signed by the client. So we start from agreement and project design payment. It happens on this stage. So right after you make the demo, you don't start project design job, because some clients, they ask you to start, but don't do it, because before that you need to make an agreement and you need to receive the small payment, not for everything, but only for design project. So this is the input into your value chain of the money. So first money come here in the project, and then you have this project documentation finish. This usually takes 21 working day, usually. And then we go to another money insertion in the value chain. We have the prepayment for equipment, mounting and commissioning. So all these, we need prepayment to start doing this. And we made this project design the way that client only can get it from us. It's better to do it like this. And then we have equipment handover. So we give equipment to the client, and then we give the mounting to the client, and then we have a final handover to the client. And then we have final payment. This is how it works. Okay, just 1 second, please. Hello? Yes? Yes, please come. Sorry, some delivery. Okay, so this is it. Now questions and answers. If you have questions, I will answer. I will duplicate the link to the main training because we make this main training for one reason. Because we have hundreds of questions coming from our installers. We have many installers already, and all of them are asking many questions. And we understand that they don't get it, how this all working. And we explain every time different way. That's why we made this training, which is pretty much the franchise. So we give you the system of how it all works. We give you the instruction from start to finish, like how works the technical part, how works the sales part, how works the business part. And you can send, for example, your salespeople. If you are a bigger company, you can send your salespeople only to sales part. And you can send your technical people only to technical part. And to best partners, after this certification, we give clients, because quite a lot of clients coming to us, and we give it to some installers because we don't install ourselves. And we also give you the equipment with project defense and lock. And let me probably show you this part. So the training, you can see here this part. Yes, so it starts June 17. If you press here about the course, you can see like what this course consists of. Okay, and if you press tariff, you will see prices. And this is only technical part price, only sales part price, and business owner includes everything. Okay, and this is, yeah, and at the end we have this certification. And this is the promo code which you can use for a 50% discount. And one important thing, very important, that everything you pay for the course is prepayment for the equipment. So once you buy the equipment, this money is out of the price of equipment as an additional discount. Okay? So at this moment, I will wait for your questions, and on 1 minute I need to go. Okay? So if you have any questions, please wait for you here. Hello. Yes, please call. Yes, call again, please. I'm on a meeting. Yeah. Thank you very much, guys. See you next time. This webinar, I think we'll have 1 or 2 days of the record available. Thank you, guys. Bye-bye.